Greetings. Elder Black Light one more time. Talking about Elijah versus everybody. Now, in the scriptures, it talks about Elijah coming before Jesus. Before they mention Jesus, Elijah was in the last chapter of the Old Testament. The last paragraph, which leads you to the beginning of the New Testament. Then it switches gears a little bit. Well, now, around about this time, the Caucasian alters the scriptures around and start putting pictures in the Bible of white angels and white or Caucasian people. Now, actually, the Caucasian is not white. You know, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad calls him the colored man because he really changed his colors. Smack him in his face, he'll turn red. He turned blue. Get too cold, he'll be blue. He changed his colors, you know. So the Honorable Elijah Muhammad calls him the colored man. But he, the ones that call himself the white man, you know, because you are the black man, you know. And black is really not a color, but it's the essence of color. It's a vibration that has the base for all color. You know, all colors in that because of a chemical we have called melanin, carbon melanin, and that carbon is black as a result of the sun. So when you look up at the sun, you see a big ball of light, but inside that light is black light. So a lot of times, you know, you see in the scriptures where it talks about the sun, S-O-N, then sometimes it's a S-U-N, you know. And then that where you got Ra at. So when you know, when in ancient Egypt script and ancient Egypt writings, they talk about Ra, which is the sun, right? But what's the thought behind the sun? Everything is created through thought, through manifestation of thought. You know, and thought is an unspoken or unspoken word. Words are just utterance that formulates, that comes from the formulation of a thought, or come from the vibration of a thought, and it's mathematically calculated. The tones of it, of speaking, and words are mathematically calculated to produce an understanding of sound, of words. Now it takes someone of superior intelligence to come up with this type of communication between objects or people. So you can actually see what's in a person's mind or you could be deceived by what's in a person's mind by words, which are nothing but sound, vibrations, right? So to get the understanding of that, you got to have the type of brain or the type of mind to understand that. This is the kind of science and kind of wisdom and knowledge that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was bringing us through his preaching and teaching. The rest of your preachers that follow the Caucasian formula of Christianity and teaching, they don't understand. They didn't have enough sense to understand that they were more wiser than the Caucasian, because they didn't think critically enough that when you in war, you know, see that when the Caucasians started conquering, they were coming up with many different battle plans and conspiracies or whatever to conquer people, and there's many different ways of fighting. There's more ways to skin a cat than one. So when they start conquering lands, they had to conquer the people first. They clearly had an object that was going to take generations to do. Now that's a movie called The Highlander, you know, and it's talking about fighting a war through generations. It's got the same character in every generation, fighting from generation to generation this battle, you know. And so most people don't, most black people, since we came over here as slaves, we don't realize that they just thinking it was for money. No, man, it was to conquer you, because money and material objects don't have the worth of someone's mind and brain. So if you're the first man and you build things that they don't even understand how you did it, and did things that they reading about, that they took from our library, and they don't understand how you did it, and it's taking generations for them to figure it out, but at the same time they got to keep you under control so they can't figure it out and duplicate it and somehow improve on it. But they can't do it because they're not the natural. They're unnatural to this planet. They're not natural to the planet. They come from us anyway. We the natural man of the planet. So what I want y'all to do is think of the pyramid that's in the back of me. This pyramid right here. The white man has yet to figure it out how it was done and why it was done. What was the purpose of it? So he say he understands the Medu-Neter, but actually he don't, because the Dogon tribe, they ain't giving him everything, because they know who he is. The pale fox, they know who he is. So they're trying to, all the wise people on the planet trying to wait till this dumb black man over here in America catch up So they sent Master Farad Muhammad, who came in the Allah in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, if you understand what that means, to raise up Elijah, to educate you, and for you to, on the battlefield over here, beat up on the beast and make him submit to the one true God. But he's not going to submit to it because it's against his nature. So what he has to do is turn you against the one with this information. He's working day and night. His scientists are working day and night to keep you in the dark, to keep you from believing in Elijah, believing in the type of science that he brought to wake us up in a hurry. Now, he's been tricking you, you know, through different various people that he could get next to, but these are the weak ones, you know, and a lot of brothers get caught up in the same psychological warfare and get suckered in, just like it. I don't care if they FOI or what. They get suckered in, you know. See, one thing, when a brother get this kind of knowledge that Elijah be giving you, they get thinking I'm superior. We gonna keep on pushing Black Light.